Hello, I'm Sheila Rayam, Executive Editor of the Buffalo News, and I'm here with Mackenzie Shuman, our new reporter who covers the environment and climate. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our coverage of the environment, and also this video is part of what will become a monthly column for me in which I try to pull back the curtain a little bit and share some insight on our news coverage. So today, Mackenzie and I are going to talk about environmental coverage. Mackenzie, how long have you been here now?
Well, my first day was the day of the eclipse, so I've been here about 3 weeks now, a little over 3 weeks.
That was a perfect day to start, of course.
It was, yeah.
Right. So, one of the stories that you recently did was about something called forever chemicals. Was it PFAS? I think
Yeah,
that's the word you
PFAS.
said. So, tell me why you thought, that was a story that you needed to share with the community.
Yeah, well, PFAS are an emerging contaminant. They're something that are found in almost every consumer product. So your nonstick pans, your waterproof jackets, they're just found everywhere, and that's why they're called forever chemicals, because they bioaccumulate in your body. So as your body absorbs these chemicals through the water you drink, the food you eat, they stay in your body forever. So most Americans have some level of PFAS in their body, and it's toxic. It can lead to, it's believed to be a carcinogen, so it can lead to types of cancer and other health effects. And so the United States Environmental Protection Agency just came out with new drinking water standards for PFAS. This is the first time the federal government has taken any steps to regulate the amount of PFAS in our water. And so that'll impact people here in Buffalo, and because now our local water purveyors, our water suppliers, have to figure out how to clean up the PFAS from the water. New York State has already had some drinking water standards on some PFAS chemicals, but the federal government standards are more strict. And so essentially this will come down to perhaps impacting water bills if new treatment systems have to be put in place to treat the PFAS and clean up the water. And so I thought this story was really important to tell because it could impact our water bills in the future.
Right. So, basically, health, your wallet, and the environment, of course, as well. So, when you think about how you want to cover the environment and climate here in the Buffalo Erie County area, what's your approach? Like, what are you trying to share with readers?
I think one of my approaches is to just solely educate people on the environment and climate change impacts in their neighborhoods. Environment is a range of things. It's the air you breathe, the water you drink, the dirt your kids play in. It's everything around you, and it's impacted a lot here in Western New York by legacy pollution and contaminants, also ongoing development and new pollution. And so I aim to cover the environment kind of a holistic way and break down these complicated issues, which like PFAS is a good example because it's chemicals and it's confusing, but I aim to kind of break it down in a way that leaves people educated and perhaps empowered then to make actions on their own and perhaps campaign for a better future.
Right. So, but this isn't the gloom and doom beat, is it? I mean, I think you and I spoke yesterday. What else do you want to share with readers aside from the scary stuff that's out
Yeah,
there?
yeah, climate change is scary. I think a huge goal of mine is also to give people hope. There's a lot of really cool work being done in this area to restore the environment and clean it up. And so maybe one day we'll be able to swim in the Buffalo River or do things like that. And so I really want to write about cool nature stories. Are they looking into new species? Are they looking into populations of birds here? Cool things like that where it can encourage people to go out in their environment and look up at the trees and kind of wonder what type of tree that is, or be proud of their environment and see how it's changing for the better in some areas.
Okay. So you've been here a whopping 3 weeks. So how have you been trying to get to know the community and people? What are some of the things you've been doing to get to know our area better?
Yeah, I mean, I've been going out a lot, talking to as many people in the community as possible, trying to set meetings with those involved, so environmental advocates, local politicians, local like environmental organizations, and so forth. And so that's been immensely helpful. There have been some community meetings that I've gone to with like the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers or the United States Environmental Protection Agency or Department of Environmental Conservation. So I've worked on attending those meetings and just talking to people, letting them know that I exist and I'm here as a person that they can talk to.
Right. And hey, you came to us from California, right?
Yeah, California, Central Coast, yeah.
What do you think of the area so far?
I think it's beautiful. I think it's a really cool area. It's got so much character. I've already eaten at some of like the best restaurants I've ever eaten at before. So I'm loving the food. The people are amazing. It's a great area to live.
Great. Well, it was really important to me that we have someone here to cover the environment and climate, and so I'm glad you're here and that you're ready to jump in. So basically, one of the things I also want to encourage readers to do is to reach out to Mackenzie or me if you have an idea. There's something you're curious about in terms of our environment or climate. You should reach out to me. And you can also reach out to Mackenzie. Mackenzie, what's your email address that they can reach you?
Yeah, so it's my first initial M and then my last name, Shuman, SHUMAN, and then at buffnews.com.
Right. Mackenzie, thanks for chatting. Please continue to read our work at buffalonews.com. Thanks.